Hello, friends, YouTube. Welcome to the channel. I am Tonics. Follow, like, subscribe. No. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, fair warning, I'm not the best reader and have slight, forget the name. Is it slurs? I have a slight slur in my speech. So, yeah. See the wounded Tonics? If they live, help them. If not, move on. So that's kind of depressing. I kind of want to be by their sides if they're going to die. But oh, please live. Please live. That is sad. Miferd lies motionless, having breathed his last. Clenching his fist is a small charm, which you take for safekeeping. He was already cold when I got to him. There was naught I could do. That charm must have been important. You best take it to Conrad. Oh, that was quick. Manigo? Milford, where are you? Oh, I don't want to tell him. 1 minute and 30 seconds. The price is not important, though. This is... He's dead, isn't he? Milford was a warrior, always thinking about others before himself. He once had an Imperial patrol chase him, right? Nigh on 20 miles, so that his wounds would have time to escape. Oh, the wounded. His comrades loved him for it, of course, though that only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent his men and Greymail away because he thought they were fighting for him and not the cause? Aye, well, he did. The only life he was willing to risk was his own, you see? But that's exactly the kind of man who should be a leader. The kind of man who deserves to survive. Not an old fool who's all used up. There's no logic to it, Master Camp. There never is. Who stands? Who falls? In the heat of battle, we can do but do our best, as he did. Milford will surely be missed, aye, but because of his sacrifice, many now live who otherwise would not, and they need us now more than ever. Aye, that they do. Forgive me. I had high hopes for him is all. Yeah, so depressing. That sounded sarcastic. No, it is depressing. Trust me, I was sad. Our defeat was no near thing. It was a humiliation. We were powerless to withstand our enemy's assault. But we cannot afford to dwell on our failures. As Alphinaud said, it is those who survived whom we must think of now. Regular region is no longer safe. The Imperials may have withdrawn, but they could return at any time to finish what they began. We dare not to remain here. Those who are not fit to make the journey to Castrum Orinus will need to be taken by chocobo carriage. Agreed? Yes, I agree. Good. I shall oversee preparations for the carriages. In the meantime, I would have you succor at the infirmary for any supplies that might prove useful during the journey. Okay, doctor. What do you have to say? Forgive me, but it's imperative that I continue preparing medicine for the wounded. If you desire treatment, I must ask that you seek it elsewhere. Oh, I see. In that case, you are free to search the barber and take that which you require. I would not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention. Yeah. There's one thing over here. Ah, Tino. We can use Tino. Okay, what's over here? Oh. What's over here? Morphine, okay. We definitely need morphine. And over here? Vodka. Alright, if you say so. I think we all need vodka. It can be used as a sterile agent. Captain Place, Marshal Turpin said you might have something for me. Yeah, here you go. Here's the medical supply. Here's the medical supplies. 12 be praised. This should put the driver heart at ease. Tell the Vice Marshal we await his order. Yes, Talia. And the others are safe, strapped in. Don't worry. I'll be by your side the entire time. Thank you, Kyle. I'll walk alongside. They'll need protection in case the Guardians try anything. Hang on. You're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be in one of the carriages? I'm not so frail that I can't make the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. I'll see you at the wall when it's finished. As you wish. Then let us set forth at once. We shall move as quickly as our comrades' health allow. To Castrum Orinus. I'm probably going to pronounce that name every time I read it. Say something different each time. And I apologize for doing so. Okay, I don't apologize because I'm trying, but yeah. Anyways. You saved a good many of my men, and I cannot thank you enough for that. But the fact remains, our forces were disseminated in this state, will not be mounting an assault on Castrum Valdina or anywhere else. We need to be honest with ourselves about our prospect. But first, we need to put our affairs here in order. Afterwards, I'll join you all at Castrum Orens. Understood. We will go and speak with General Adlin. Do. So yeah, I did the quest last night to get my new mount. That mount right there I got. You know, I wonder if it actually floats. I want to see. Obviously, I did not. I wasted your guys's. Okay, all that work and it don't float. I thought it'd be really cool if it had special properties to float on water, where other mounts do not. That would have been a much worth trait. Oh well. Pippin has already departed with the wounded, has he? Good. We have completed our search of the Reach and the surrounding areas. As far as we can tell, Xenos and his man returned straightway to Specula Imperatoris after quitting this place. Twould seem he's lost interest in us, which brings us to the most troubling question of all. Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives, having done so. In war, you kill or capture your enemies. You don't leave him to fight another day. Only a fool would turn his back and walk away, but Xenos is no fool. Well, he sees us as no threat, so why would he waste his time with us, is what I'm thinking. Anyways, whatever his motives, this is neither the time nor the place to think on it. I will leave a token force to watch over the Reach. The rest will fall back to Castrum Orin. We can discuss our paths forward there. So now we teleport. No, I did not mean to do that. Wouldn't it suck if every time you click it, it costs us money? Yeah, only lost 166. I was thinking, oh no, what if it does? But it don't. What's going on out here? If people was actually doing this, I would help. Oh, fine. Fine, I'll help. There we go. I was hoping to get something cool like a mount. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. Kyle's with you still, yeah. She still hasn't woken up, but Cross says she's through the worst. Given the severity of her wounds, we could have hoped for no more. Let us pray she makes a full recovery. We lost a lot of good people, didn't we? I saw it happen when the Skull Commander cut down Mifred. A single blow, and that was it. Everything he fought for, all his hopes and dreams for the future, gone in an instant. And do you want to know the worst part? It wasn't a Guardian who did it. It was an Ala McGinn. God help me. No, not now. Not while the general's waiting. Elise.
Were it not for the swift actions of the Scions and the Alliance, many more would have died. You risked your lives to save ours, and for that we thank you.
There is no need for thanks. We are allies, are we not?
Aye, just so. Let us not dwell on this tragedy, but look to the future.
The future? I'm sorry, General, but there is no future for us. We've lost too many. Gods, I can still see Mefrid with that woman standing over him. They've ripped the heart out of us, General. They've broken us. Our fight is over.
Master Kemp, please.
I'll always hate them with every fiber of my being. For what they took from us then and now. Our homeland, our freedom, our bloody children.
You mean the Skulls? The youths who fight for Xenos?
Grania Lupi, the Black Wolf's legacy and our shame. A unit made up of children born to Alamegan dignitaries who came of age during the occupation. Sons and daughters of Gir Abania, raised to be proud citizens of the Empire, with all the rights and responsibilities that entails. It'd be easy to curse them and call them traitors, but they're our children. Our flesh and blood. If the only way to forge the future we want is to cut down our own, then...
Then what was it all for?
Nargo?
What will you say to the families of the fallen? To the mothers, and the widows, and the orphans? Will you tell them it was all for nothing?
Listen to the girl. We dare not suffer our comrades' sacrifices to have been in vain. Now is the time to steel our resolve and press on, painful though it may be.
And when Xenos comes back with his army, what then? This isn't the first time, you know. You'll be hard-pressed to find men brave or stupid enough to face him again.
I still can't believe how strong he was. He humiliated us back there. The Warrior of Light included. God help us if he's next in line to the Garlean throne.
Loath though I am to say it, we should not be surprised. Before succeeding Van Baelsar in Alamigo, Xenos led the Imperial army to Doma, where he crushed the rebellion utterly. As a matter of fact, Doma remains in his charge to this day. Suffice it to say, Varys' heir is a peerless warrior and an accomplished general. The question is, how are we to contend with such a foe?
So we fight and fight, and we keep on fighting until we win.
Come now, even you have your limits. But then, so too must he. One legatus ruling 2 provinces a world apart. Yes, divide and conquer. We kindle the flames of revolution in Doma once more, thereby forcing Xenos to fight a war on 2 fronts.
For that, there would need to be someone left to fight on this front by the time you got back. Look, I'll not deny the plan as promised. And I feel for our brothers and sisters in Doma, truly I do. But I fear we lack the strength to see it through.
Have faith in your people, Master Kemp. Them and the Scions. Hold fast, rebuild, and when all is in place, we shall defeat Xenos together.
If you're going to Doma, I'm coming too. I want to help our friends there. And make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
Give us the time we need, and we will give you something far greater.
Very well. For all you have done for us, we will fight on. But
Yeah.
swift comrades, Alamigo has suffered enough.
It goes without saying, but the Scions alone have not the strength to topple a provincial government, here or anywhere else. And I am quite certain the same can be said of the Doman Liberation Front. Nevertheless, we can but go and access the situation for ourselves and see what can be done. Lest you doubt what's good we few can accomplish. I would remind you that my grandfather and his 12 disciples once journeyed to these lands to save Eorzea and her people from certain doom. Brave souls with impossible tasks, and Eorzea lives on. Our present mission may not be a momentous in scope, but it is no less important to the multitude whom we fight, whom we would free from the imperial oppression, whom we will free. Where men go as one, there is life, and where there is life, there is cause to hope. Our grandfather believed that, and so do I. But before we can forget ties with our friends in the Far East, we must first find a way to reach them. Although is not exactly over the river and through the woods. I am one step ahead of you, dear sister, or rather Tatru is. But before we discuss that, there's another issue I wish to address. Much as I would like it, if we could all make this journey together, someone will need to remain to serve as lieutenants to the Alliance and the Resistance during this critical period. Moreover, as Estolia cannot be left attended, then I should obviously remain. Very well, issued addressing. You know, Alphino, would have been quicker just to ask, and markedly less patronizing. Yes, I suppose. Would you be willing to look after Estolia and provide support to Arnvild and the others? Yes, Alphino, I would. You see, That wasn't so hard, was it? Enjoy your trip, and don't you dare return with a gift. Oh, I would not dream of it. Right then, sister, tonics, Lise, gather your things. We're all from Limsa Laminsa. Boom, boom. Okay, where to? Ooh, way over here. Wait, I would assume that would be by the waterfront. But obviously, I am wrong. Tatru should be here any moment with our ship's captain. So we're going by sea after all. Is Melware leading us? Or a pick of a Chrism fleet? Probably a fishing boat. Not exactly. You're right in as much as we will travel by the sea. Regrettably, it is simply not feasible for an airship to travel such a distance without impossibly large fuel reserves, to say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's aerial defense. But then it is equally infeasible to sail in a Orsian Alliance vessel halfway around the world without the Empire taking notice, which leave us with only one other option. Oh, speak of the devil. So look out the green hair. Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present to your Captain Carvillian of the Kraken's Arms. That's not exactly what I was thinking it was. I think we meet this person later on this expansion. Or maybe, I don't know. The Kraken's Arms. Don't tell me you made a deal with pirates. Greetings and salutations, scions. I take it from your comrade's tone that you no longer wish to proceed with our proposed agreement? Not at all, Captain. Pray forgive my sister's her outburst. She has ever been one to speak her mind. I, on the other hand, am very slow of discretion, as many well-respected personages would attest. From the office of the Admiral to the High House of Ishgard. Ah, but where was I? Oh yes. The scions of the Seven Dawn do, indeed, still wish to employ your services. However, it is important that you are aware of the certain extenuation circumstances. And intend on securing passages to the far east. You came to us, knowing us to be the proud purveyors of said region, finest spice, which you steal from good-fearing merchants out on the high seas. Whatever, damn it. Maybe I'll do a voiceover and edit. Probably not, but we'll see. Well, I, for one, think the captain has a point. The 5 seas can be extremely treacherous, and many a poor, unfortunate soul has to come to grief out there on the waves. Dang it! Why does it keep doing that? It's double clicking. I'm sorry, guys. It's nothing too important. I don't think. Even now, nearly 20 years later, the poor count remains convinced that his son still lives and would pay a sultan's ransom for news of his whereabouts. Ah. Truly a tragedy for the ages and testament to the misfortune that may befall us should we act without due consideration. But so long as you are prepared to abide the capricious whims of fate, I am willing to oblige you this once. That said, in light of the recent rebellion, I trust you understand that I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I can take you as far as Kolgon and hid Gashi. We will require time to proceed, sufficient provisions, and make ready for departure. I humbly suggest you do the same. Suddenly, all these hours, Tatru passed converting and comparing at the forgotten night, seems rather better spent, do they not? That said, I had intended to press the point more clearly, and there was something disconcerting about the pleasure Tatru took in making Captain Coblin squirm. Complete. I say we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations while they are readying the vessel for departure. Tatru and I will procure the necessary supplies. Alice, I should be grateful if you would use the time to brief Urge on recent developments. You may also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in the event of emergency at sea. How very prudent of you. Very well. I shall go and speak with them. What of tonics, at least? I would like the two of you to return to Revenant's Toe and speak with our Dominant allies. I fear we know too little of their homeland, and any information they can provide would be most welcoming. When we have completed our respective tasks, we will Robinette. Reconvene here at the ferry docks. Agreed? Sounds like a plan. Let's go. Alright guys, I think this is a perfect break time. So I'll be right back in a few minutes. We all need a break every now and then. Where are they? There's Lise. Well, here we are. You'll need to talk a lot. Oh. Well, here we are. We'll need to talk to lots of people. So I think we should split up. Hey, thank you for the WB. I appreciate it. I'll ask around at the House of Splendors. You take the Rising Stone. I'll meet you here after. Got it? So here's the thing. I think she's too ashamed to go to the Rising Stones. Because the whole time she was hiding her appearance. So pretty much she lied to these people that were her friends for how many years? I don't even know. So obviously she don't want to come back and face all this. Greetings, Tonics. What brings you to the toll this eve? What? You are for Thomas? Heavens, you scions have shown us not but kindness, but never in my wildest dreams did I imagine you would fight for our homeland. For 25 years we suffered under their tyranny, and then we spied an opportunity. The Emperor dead, Golemel in chaos. It seems the time was ripe. Beneath our Lord's banner, we gathered and fought to reclaim our nation. But when Xenos arrived with the 13th Legion, it was over in an instant. What is it, my friend? You look though you have something to ask. That you go to join Yurger and Gustus, and the fight fills me with such joy. Forgive my ignorance. You require information, yes? We of the Nag clan have served Doma faithfully for generations. My ancestors had positions within Doma Castle. Even now, it is the homeland to my Imperial Viceroy's witch, and her host of men and magic tech. To think that what was once the shining symbol of our heritage is the seat of dear Lord Kayan, has become a den for Garlean dogs. Where's the last one? I only, how did I miss this person? You are truly planning to travel to Doma? I do not know what to say. Forgive me, I shall aid you to the best of my ability. Ours is a beautiful land, nestled on the eastern coast of authored. Along the banks of the one river, our nation thrives, proud and free until the Guardians came 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and to fish, but travel was soon restricted, and now the river belongs to none. There we go. Easy quest. What level is these quests? Are we at 63 yet or still 62? I feel like we don't do much fighting. Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? The older Domins I spoke with tried to teach me all about Far Eastern customs and the importance of formality and politeness. I like to think Eorzean can be just as stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially as guardians. But anyways, did you know they eat with sticks? It wasn't all that hard actually, or at least that's what I thought until they told me I was holding them wrong. And then when I spoke with the other Domians, they just rolled their eyes and told me it was all a load of stupid old. Huh. Wow. What you learned sounds a lot more useful. Useless someone invites us for dinner, of course. I hope they do. Right. No point waiting around here, is there? We should head back to Limsa Laminsa. Alphino said to meet at the ferry docks, I think. He did. He said exactly that. Boo, 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 boo. Okay, we going to... Yep, no. Here we go. You know I could have just eighth right over there. Can I get to yeah. We're gonna try to travel faster. There we go. Your return, Tonics. I trust you learned much from our dominant friends and Revenant Co. I am eager to hear all, although they can wait until we left port. We will have time enough to talk on our journey to Kogan. Our spice traded friends have completed their preparation. Assuming you have completed yours, you may inform the deckhand that we are ready to depart. Oh wait. Is it over here? Almost made a mistake. All set, lad. I'll see you to the ship, if so. Oh, the ship's name Misery? Damn.
"12 be praised. Full sure was I that I had come too late."
Urianger! Tell me you haven't come all this way just to see us off.
Nay, my lady. Ere you quit these shores for eastern climes, I wished to share some words of seeming import. Look ye where the sun doth rise. See crimson embers, darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall. See azure lost amidst the squall.
Well, that sounds suitably foreboding. Another one of your prophecies, I presume?
Of far eastern origin, aye. It is mine earnest hope that this ancient wisdom may serve to guide you on your journey. For what dangers lie in wait for you upon those distant shores are yet beyond my knowing.
A parting gift befitting your roundabout ways. Thank you.
I have more than words for you, my lady.
It's beautiful. Is it for me?
Though undeniably powerful, your ethereal blade taxeth you greatly in the wielding. Not so this rapier, which shall serve you just as well against all but the most formidable foe.
Impressive. It feels as though it's attuned to my ether. I shall treasure it.
Honored guests, say your farewells, for the moment of our parting draws nigh. A fair wind blows, and I mean to follow it.
It would seem our ship is set to sail. Pray give my regards to Thancred and the others. And take care.
A fine day, is it not? Fair winds and following seas. The Misery is enjoying herself. Nevertheless, it would not do for you to spend the entirety of our voyage above deck. Let me show you to your quarters.
Is it supposed to do that?
Not under normal circumstances.
Captain! You're needed on deck! Something queer's afoot. The winds died down, the waters went still, and all of a sudden, we were dragged off course.
Dragged? By what?
Can't rightly say, sir. But some of the lads are muttering about seeing things in the water. Things that shouldn't be there.
Oh, for the love of... If you will excuse me a moment. Actually, might I persuade you to join me? Loath though I am to admit it, I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, sorry. I was really comfortable. That was an intense cutscene. That's kind of a spoiler, I think. Seeing a dungeon entrance. So we know what's coming up. Odd, most odd. Well, do you have any ideas what's going on? No. As the men said, despite the absence of wind and current, the misery is somehow being pulled off course. Well, why not fire up the Cerulean engines you have hidden below? An excellent suggestion, based on knowledge you should not have. Alas, our engines appear to be malfunctioning for reasons that escape my engineers at present. I'm telling you, Captain, it's them. Things lads saw. Things? I don't suppose I could convince you to attempt something more descriptive? An adjective, for example? Sea-wolves. Superstition and false tales. Not more. But if you must know, the things which he is so recent to name are the souls of the deceased. Woman said to lure sailors to death. Couldn't say that word. Preposterous. Yes, indeed. If it's neither the sea nor wind which is responsible, then it's probably a predatory entity of some sort. Perhaps a siren or some such. For all we know. Regardless, we have but one resource, to let the currents take us where it will, and deal with whatever we find there. No. What a thoughtfully pragmatic suggestion. Oh, I'm beginning to like you, girl. Once we arrive at our destination, my crew shall remain within the ship to defend it while we venture forth to deal with the cause of our troubles. Then it's settled. I know not what awaits us, but it will rue the day I reeled us in. I got to remember that I do not have all my skills. Yep. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be cool. Cut this part out. Guys, I'm very quiet when it comes to dungeons. And I really don't think that would be very entertaining for people, you know. Okay, now what? Hello. That's easy peasy. Oh, that guy looks ugly. Do.
This one's for you, Ada.
There we go. I keep getting lucky. Yeah, I'm not opening that. We don't even need anything in there. Alright, let's keep moving. Keep moving. Here we go. Yeah. I feel like I'm weakened. But I'm not. I'm not moving. I don't need to move. Yeah, I need to move. I need to move. Whoa. So we actually get a Honocle ship. Can't move, I misclicked. No, I know I'm not ready. Okay, yeah, I am. I can do stuff. I can do stuff. Here we go. Is there more than 3 fights? Usually in dungeons it's only 3 fights. I think there is. And I think there's only 3 fights. Oh.
You shall fall soon enough.
Already halfway dead. Well. Alright, boy, we are doing pretty good. The Island of the Dead. That sounds like a friendly place. Okay, let's go to the next part. Okay, make your bets. Will I survive? Or am I, screwed?
Here it comes.
I'm actually, kind of scared on this one. There we go. We need to get someone. Good healer. Who is healing? Alpino? Good job, Alpino.
You shall fall soon enough.
Oh no. Oh, that was fun. I actually really enjoyed that fight. The cutscene boss. Is that the siren? Okay. All right. Do.
Take this.
If I tried. I barely missed. This only took a little damage. Bye-bye.
That appears to be the last of them.
Word from the Misery. Repairs are complete, and we may resume our journey without further delay.
I swear, if I never hear another ghost story, it will be too soon.
I thought there was like a ghost that told you that he built that for a reason, and yeah.
I remember the sea, the smell of the salt, and the crash of the waves as we drew closer to Kugane. The only port open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Offhard, from Doma. All the colors of the rainbow, all the peoples of the world, all in one place. I wish you could have seen it.
Pier number 2. Congratulations! You now stand in Kogan, the western port of Hingashi. Regrettably, the only port in this nation to foreign trade. Oh, and I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties which befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. Okay guys, this is a perfect time for me to stop. I want to thank you so much for hanging out.